Hey, what's going on, guys? Chris here with DIY E65 E66.com, and tonight's video we're going to be replacing the timing chain tensioner. Now, if you're wondering exactly what that is, that's a tensioner, a large tensioner bolt, which is in this box. We'll get to that in a second. But it presses on your timing chain in your BMW. You have two. You have an upper and a lower. From what I understand, they're this exact same one, so I just ordered this one here. And it's the upper one I'm going to be replacing here. Alright, so to make this video a little bit short here, I'm going to give you a brief synopsis on how to just kind of take off the cover. My other videos show this in really high-end explanation, but we're just actually going to have to just take off this cover right here. So 10 millimeter, we're going to unscrew 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4. That will remove this top cover, and then we're going to be able to eye the timing chain tensioner. Alrighty guys, this is the new one here. Again, it's a very large bolt. Comes with your washer right here. And that size is a very large size. I'm going to get the exact size for you here in just a second. But this is what bolts into the chain area there. And then this is the tensioner. And that compresses against the chain. Now let me show you here. Our top is off. And you look right down here. And there is the upper chain tensioner right there. And so what we're going to do is let me get you the exact size on that. Alrighty guys, and that is in metric. I'm not really sure exactly. My dad didn't have the size, but I was able to get one that in standard size, 1 1/16. Again, 1 1/16. And that actually comes out to be a really good fit. Again, it's a very large socket. And so there we go, 1 1/16 in standard if you have it. If not, I'll try to figure out the conversion, and I'll put that in the description box below. Also, I'm going to put a link where you can purchase this in the description box below. So I'm going to be using standard 1 1/16. It's a nice tight fit, so I'm not worried about stripping. And let's go ahead and lock that on. I've already tested out that one, same size, and I'm going to go ahead and take that one off now. Alrighty guys, we got it loose. Let me show you a little trick I did. So at first, I borrowed this from my dad. Little swivel socket extension because I was trying to go through this area right here. Well, anyway, as I was looking at it, this little tubing, as long as you're careful, you can put your extension bar into your socket right here, and then definitely use a breaker bar, guys. I tried this one here, and just a regular kind of long extension socket. Really hard. I put a lot of strength into it. Wasn't able to get it. Pick yourself up a breaker bar. Again, look in the description box. I'll have links for this if you don't already have one. Grab a breaker bar, borrow it from a friend, your dad. Get your extension. This is probably a good, easy 6 to 7 inch extension on my 1 1/16. And of course, lefty loosey right through on that side of the, this is kind of some foam padding right here. Be careful of your stuff right here and here. But again, it's on there real tight, so put a little weight into it, but with the breaker bar, very, very easy. And so what we're going to do is we're going to loosen all that all the way up. We're going to take out that old one and pop the new one in here. And again, if you're wondering, this is a 2006 BMW 750i, which is the same engine as the 750i, 2006 through 2008. So you guys with the 2002s through 2005 might be a little different, but very similar. So using your extension bar, go ahead and just unscrew it like this here. And of course, as you guys saw the new one, it's threaded, pretty far threaded, so it's going to take a while for it to back out. Alrighty guys. Now as you can see, there's a little bit of oil there because obviously there's oil in there. And so we're going to take this off, and be careful when you're pulling it out and putting on the socket. There's one little black kind of shiny plastic tubing that's protecting some tubing. Make sure that's out of the way. That goes right there where that shine, right where my fingernail is. There's shiny tubing. So just be careful of that while you're pulling that out and putting the new one in, not to pinch that inside the area there. So let's get this fully out here. See a little bit of oil on my my threading there. It'll be for another video, but I got a small little oil leak right through here on the gasket, so that might be affecting that. I'm not exactly 100% sure, but we're going to be fixing that soon. Okay, let's see. Sorry about my fingers, guys. I'm going to have to block the entryway here. So also make sure that the old washer, okay, I see my old washer, it's connected right on the very top already. So just make sure you don't lose that washer down below there. Alright, so I'm going to pull this old one out. And there is the old one with the washer connected right there below. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to take a clean rag. We're going to clean around that edge there, all the old dirty oil off of there. Carefully not to lose chunks of dirt, drop it inside the hole. That would be bad. So let's go ahead and do that now with a clean rag. Alrighty, let's get a little more there around the edge there. Okay, we're looking good. Probably got the best we can do. And this wire is the one I'm talking about right here. This one gets in your way, so be careful of this one right there. Make sure that gets out of the way. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make sure that one is out of the way, and we're going to hand thread on the new one first. You don't want to be working against the thread. So we're going to hand thread it on, make sure it's threading on correctly, and then we're going to go ahead and tighten it down with our big dog here in a little bit. But let me show you. Old one, new one. Let's go ahead and see. Okay, that compresses in pretty easy. Alright, so let's see if this one's any different here. Let me use a clean hand for this one here. And let's see if... Okay, that one's a lot more stiffer. So, definitely a bad tensioner. Okay, again, we have our washer connected on the top here, right there. You can't really see it, but there it is there. Alright, now we're going to make sure that little black tubing is out of the way here. Excuse me, guys, I'm going to have to cover up the camera here just for a second here. And we'll go ahead and slip the new one in. And it's going to go straight down like that. And we're again, watch that tubing. And then again, we're going to hand thread it on to make sure it's threading on real nicely here before we start cranking her down. And hand thread it on just like your lug nuts on your car, on your wheels. Make sure it's just screwing in real easy and nicely. And then we'll latch it on down. So let me do that. It's going in real nicely now. And let me go ahead and finish that up. Alright guys, I was able to hand tighten it all the way down to the very, very bottom here. And now what we're going to do again is we're going to put our 1 1/16 on, or if I have found out by the end of the video what the metric system one is, then we're good to go. So again, watch that black wire. That's on. Now again, we're going to slip this down being carefully. We're going to slip our extension down right there like that. We're going to grab our breaker bar. And if you want specific torque specifications, guys, I'll try to find that out as well. Look in the description box. But if not, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do nice and German strength. It was on there real tight, so I'm probably going to do real tight back on. So I'm going to grab my breaker bar, call it a day. Not too tight with the breaker bar, guys, because breaker bars can actually go a little bit too tight. So I did nice and German strength right where I'm about to go oomph, put a little energy into it. And that should do it, guys. Just nice and tightly on there. And now we're going to release that. Take that off. Take off our 1 1/16. Okay. We're looking really good, guys. Now we're going to go fire it up and look at the finished product. Alright guys, the new upper chain timing tensioner is in, and we're looking really good right there. Unfortunately, it didn't solve the issue I was hoping it would fix, and I'm going to go ahead and play that for you right now. The sound I'm getting from the right-hand side right here. Now, after I play it, let me go ahead and give you a little synopsis on what the deal is. It's kind of, the car's still up and running. It doesn't sound the best, but once it cools down, the sound kind of goes away, gets more faint in idle position. And then what happens is that once I'm on the road doing about 35, 40 miles an hour, you can't hear it at all. And so it might be the timing chain guards on the inside. I've already replaced the tensioners and belts below. I have not yet done the AC belt, but I did the upper timing tensioner right now. And unfortunately, I'm still getting the noise. So it's kind of a bummer, but this video is to show you how to replace the upper timing chain tensioner if this is the fix that you need to do. Now, other people have said on YouTube that they had similar noises. They got a new upper timing chain tensioner, fixed the problem. Unfortunately, not for myself. Kind of a bummer, but it's okay. So I'm going to play that for you guys now. And so, guys, listen to that. Diagnose it. If you've been through this problem before, give me a shout out. Hopefully it'll save me a few bucks on having to figure it all out. But as I put my ear to this side, the noise is coming from this side right here. The other thing I could think of is it might be the ball bearing inside my alternator going out on me. Because once those ball bearings go completely out on you, the car sounds like a diesel. And it kind of sounds like that. Kind of has that rattling like a diesel. Might be my alternator. That, unfortunately, would be a bummer of a fix because that's pretty pricey, but it'll be another video. So, anyway, watch the diagnostic symptoms problem right now. Right there, you can hear it. See, it quiets down when the engine warms up. Let's carefully lift this up and take a little peek. Alright guys, right now we're looking at the second chain tensioner right here, and right where my light is flashing right there is your second chain tensioner. You have one right down here, so I have my air box removed here. Right here on the ground, I have my air box removed, and I have my left side, passenger side chain tensioner right there. And please subscribe, thumbs the video up guys, I appreciate your time. And as always, look in the description box below for the parts in this video. You guys have a great day. And again, check me out on DIY E65 E66.com. You guys have a good night.